Good evening, everyone. Hope you've all had a fantastic Wednesday. I always forget what day it is when I start these things, which isn't too much of a problem, but, you know, as an adult human being, I should probably know what day of the week it is. Hey, Omes, how you doing? Now, I know what you all might be wondering. What have I accomplished since last I saw you? The answer is nothing. I didn't have anywhere. I didn't have too much time yesterday to work on this. But today, I know we've done a lot of piano stuff. No piano today, or at the least, that's not the plan. We're gonna try to actually fill out the rest of this environment, because right now we've just been working in this one hallway. But if we check like the unlit sections, like everything else is incomplete. So for the sake of time, initially I had planned for the mansion, or not mansion, this is the school. The school to be 2 stories. I'm scrapping that. It's going to be 1 story tall now, because even if I did have enough time, I don't think there's enough that I'm trying, like, there's not enough gameplay for me to utilize the rest of these rooms, especially since so many of them are redundant. A lot of them would just be locked or empty or have very minimal content in them. So I think it's going to be much better to reduce the amount of rooms we have and then just kind of make what we do have better. So that's the idea. I don't know if we'll be able to finish the interior of the school tonight. It would be awesome if we do. You know, about 3 hours worth of work. I think we could probably do it. Depending on how quickly I can make some of these assets. I don't want to use pre-made ones if I can avoid it, but we'll see. We'll see how we go. We'll start off with the hallways because we already have these hallway meshes set up. I do want to redo the door. I don't want there to be a window to it. For gameplay reasons. I think it'd be better. Hey, Raph, how you doing? So, let's go ahead and go back into lit. Actually, no. Let's go back into unlit. And let's finish copying and pasting the rest of these the rest of these doors here. So, the other question that I should probably answer, mostly to myself, is how do I want to line these up? What I'm thinking is that I could either have it so these side rooms here, like this corner room, you can't enter. That way I can just clip this wall through the side of it without worrying about it too much. Oh, wait a sec. I might have done this a smart way. What is this doing? Oh, that's for the interior of this. Oh, wait, I'm not even using that, though. Oh, I am. Shoot. Although I could probably stretch that and get away with it. And Unreal Engine 5, by the way, there's a tool where you can just cut a mesh to pretty much perfectly do, like, fill these little gaps here. I don't have that tool in Unreal Engine 4, so I'm kind of just stuck. The alternative is I could add this to Unreal Engine 5, make the cut I need, and then go back from there. I don't think that's super necessary. But you know what? I think we can just do this in Blender. If we go back to our school here. The one that we're going to want to look for is the wall. Is this. Specifically, we want the wall with no poly. Or, pardon, with low poly. And we're going to cut it right at about where the door frame is. Which should be right there. So now if we do this, what I can do, and it looks like this door, this line that's already there goes right up to where the door frame is. Technically, it's under it a little bit, so we'll have some clipping. For the sake of time, I think that's fine. I think that's exactly what I would need. I do want to make sure that as I do this, though, I'm not going to change this UV mapping, because the UVs are already mapped, so if I can keep them the same, that's going to ultimately save a lot of time. Hey, Sprickster! It's going pretty good. Last week, I added some more work to my piano puzzle here, and I can go ahead and show that off a little bit. This puzzle still isn't done yet, but those little LEDs is what I worked on last time. And then the day before, I added the mechanical cogs and gears. And then today, rather than continuing to work on that piano puzzle, because that's what we've spent, I think, the last 2 or 3 weeks on, we're just going to kind of chill and make some levels. Or at least finish the rest of these levels. So let's see, if I separate this, well, actually, hold on, let's make a copy. Control-C, Control-V, that way we can preserve the original. Click this, press P to separate by selection. Now we go back here, our UV is preserved, so we can make a new export of this. We can call this wall top. Selected objects only. Now we can go back to where this wall is. It's been a while since I've been here, but it's looking good. Thank you, thank you. The goal is to have this done by Halloween, hence the title. With each passing day, it looks more and more like a challenge. But that's more so of a failure on my part. I definitely didn't plan time as well as I should have, but I still am aiming to have something ready by Halloween. Whether that comes to pass, we'll see. I already mentioned that I want to continue working on it at least a little bit past Halloween. Whether that's going to take my priority over my other game will probably remain to be seen, likely not, but I'm happy to keep going back and forth to it. For the piano, I think the light is cool, but hard to see the top of the keys. Oh yeah, no, that's because this light here, the light that used to be here, because I did place an ambient light, but I had it as a movable light, so it thinks it actually isn't there. So if we like do this, let's see if we can get it. So it was like this. This is the idea. That way you can see the top of the keys. I'm also going to put the letter on the keyboard that corresponds to this key on this front face there. You can have it only enabled when puzzles active for optimization or to prevent awkward lighting from other angles. Well, it's going to sit below a lamp, so the music room isn't going to be this room. It's going to be a room at the end of... What I'm thinking is either this hallway or here, in this room here, make this one bigger. I'll have a better idea of which I want when we kind of fill out these hallways a bit more. And then I'll kind of go at it from there. There isn't too much left to that puzzle to work on. So I am cautiously optimistic about getting that to work. Another thing that we can do is, as soon as we get the replacement door made, we can start working on jammed doors. So like this one we can't open. I want to maybe add a sound effect and a text pop-up that says this door is stuck or something. And then add a sound effect to these doors here too. And then quality of life thing, which has been here for a while, but in case none of you noticed, when the door opens, its collision is set to none until it's done moving again. Just so that way it doesn't push you out of the way while you're trying to open and close. Bro, I have that music box song stuck in your head generations or years from now. you're gonna hear it, and you're gonna be like a sleeper agent. Yeah, how's the other one going? That was that main one you were working on before. Yes, that one is the name of that one is Return on This Day. This one is Recollections of the Desolate. People with English majors might have noticed that those have the same acronym. That's intentional. The idea is that there wasn't enough ready with Return on This Day, which probably from here on out I'll just keep calling Return or Routed Return. There wasn't enough left of Return for me to package something together in time for Halloween, but I still wanted to do something to celebrate the season because I just love the season so much. So the idea was cut out a piece of it, make it a part of the story, but disconnect it enough to where it can stand alone on its own and it doesn't need the rest of Return. And that's where this one came from, which is Recollections. So you can think of it as they're the same game, but released separately under different, subtitles and stuff. Kind of like Fears to Fathom. I like that one's just kind of piecemealed out. A large part of the why lights are complex is Ray casts going on different directions of shadows, disabling shadows for lighting dramatic. Oh, really? It allows overlapping lights. I think for that piano, it's fine not to cast shadows, especially if that light, if we're saying that light doesn't exist IRL. Also, I must have accidentally hit like reset on my camera view, and I don't know what button that was. Don't like it though. I'll fix that again in a sec. We'll do some lighting and some environment tweaks as soon as we get the rest of the hallway done. But I want to space these out correctly. The issue here is that this is not gonna be spaced out. We could cheat a little bit with this one, I suppose. And stretch it. What Dirt Rock had done in one of his materials is he had it so that when he stretched it, the material tiled in the exact same amount that he was stretching it, which I really liked, but I don't know if I have time to figure out how he did it or set it up myself. So I'm likely just not gonna do that. Oh wait, why is this all messed up? Oh, that one is, but this one isn't. I see. It is also kind of annoying that the pivot on these is in a place I really don't want it to be. Set pivot offset. Set pivot offset here. So the current pivot location. So now do all objects have it there, or is it still just this one? Okay. Oh, okay, no. I think I needed to do set pivot offset. Pivot set as pivot offset. Okay, so now if I go back, it keeps it. So let's move this down here. And I think realistically what I'll do, just for the sake of my own sanity, is we'll just stretch this a tiny bit. And then hope no one notices. Oh man, there's also this gap here too. How difficult would it be to make that stretching material? Because I feel like if I try to go back and cut all these objects up to be perfect length every single time, I am gonna struggle a little bit. Although, I also don't know if it would work with how these textures look. Because if it tiles this... You know what? There's an easy way to test this. So if I do this, and then if I open this up, I can manually set the tile offset, and I can see undo. No, that's the offset. Yeah, so that's the issue, is that it, well, I guess to be fair, that's both X and Y at the same time. Let's see what the master is doing. Where's my tiling parameter? Here it is. Tiling S. World-aligned textures allow you to stretch a mesh and have the textures loop indefinitely without stretching. How do I do that? Is it simple enough to set up with how I have my master set up here? Is it an option in the texture? It's Godot. Oh, in Godot, it's just a button. Oh, hey, Turning Cog! Are you really using music theory as a weapon against the play? Can we get a small can of oil to stop the creaky hinges? Like a world tile or a local tile. It should just be a couple extra nodes. Okay. That's kind of what I was thinking. Also, sorry I didn't see you. By the way, I'm just blind. It's not like a Twitch thing. They're right next to each other. I just couldn't look to the left close enough. Hope you're doing well, Turnicog. Good to see you again. It's fine. I'm right. It's not fine. I apologize profusely. I'm sorry. You deserve better. But again, thank you for being here. Okay, let's see if we can figure this out then. I would imagine we would want to do that in the master here. It's simple but a bit fickle for you, so I'm not sure if I can explain the node very well. I have an example in return. I just have to pull it up. Unless, Turning Cog, you happen to know off the top of your head, or someone in chat can find a good tutorial that I could take a peek at. I'm going to open this up because I know that this works. I've had, you know, about 50% hit or miss with tutorials online with kind of niche stuff like this. Okay. So the way that he's done it before is this texture. Or this, not texture, this is his object. Let me make sure I'm finding the right one. Oh yeah, so you can see here, like, it is a bit weird though, like, it is stuck to the world. And so I wonder if that is what I want. Because at this point, I think... Does he have these split... He has these split up as, like, individual textures. Because I think I have done something like this before. Tile, rotate... Yeah, world-aligned texture. I don't know off the top of my head because I've not been messing with materials recently. I've been focused on modeling. Yeah, that's what I was planning on doing tonight. I don't want to spend super duper long on texturing. It's literally world aligned, but you can also move it manually in the material if you want. Oh, okay. So like, Okay, okay. I think I get it. I think I get it. Can I just control C this? So we have texture, size, and texture object get dropped into this. So in this case, texture size. Where's my sample texture? Well, I also have all these normals. How does that get taken into account? Oh, okay. So the normal gets one, and then um, the roughness gets one. I see, I see. And then all of them have a tiling effect to it. Got you, got you. So each of these plug into these adjustments here. And let's start with the base color. Uh-oh. It didn't like that. Oh, wait. It just had to think about it. Okay. Sick. Where does this plug into? Because it makes XYZ. Oh, and then we just use XYZ as the thing. If I don't want the Z, like if I don't want it to change on me moving it up and down, could I just use XY? Make sure to look, you look at the exposed variables on the left pane. These you mean? If I do something like this, we reuse the same tiling. Texture size. Oh. Tiles a texture. Does this not output a texture? Oh, this is a float 3? Hmm? Yeah, sometimes they do tricky stuff. Oh, that isn't apparent at first glance. Got you, got you. You can you can move it manually in material instances by using parameter in the master material. Okay. This is confusing me though. XY will just do it horizontally, but will stretch on top your mesh. Also, rotating the mesh will affect... Oh, that's right. Hmm. I may default to my previous statement of this might take more time than just kind of making some smaller divvied up pieces and just like having the scaling be a little bit off. But we'll see. I'm willing to tackle this for a little bit longer. So this here is a texture object. That's what this drops, and that's what this needs. What I'm giving it is a texture parameter, and it doesn't accept that. So can I do like make texture object? Texture object parameter. Wait, isn't that just... What is this? Yeah, I've done it with very little complexity. The problem is understanding what the heck is going on, especially with other stuff going on in the master material. Oh man, okay, so this is a param 2D as opposed to a texture object parameter. Which isn't awful, but then I can't use the QMF because it's... Unless, can I do like get v texture. Like, can I just grab? Can I grab something out of this? I don't think I can just grab something out of this. I don't think that's how this works. No! Texture objects are different from texture 2D or whatever it's called. I spent way too long troubleshooting. No! Why, Unreal Engine? Epic Games, why, I ask? Do I really need this? Alright. I'll give it until I'm looking at the Twitch counter. 35 minutes into stream. Then I move on and do it the tedious, redundant way. Okay. It's time to use the internet. Also, my brain is not peak operating hours. That's usually around 2 a.m. Oh, you know what? Honestly, respect. Let me look at the function definition of this. Because I think this was a custom one. How do I look at the definition? Alignment. Was this custom? Yes. What was the one we were just looking at? Oh, I have so many things I have open. I have so many things. Where are you? Oh, here you are. Okay. Base color adjustments. So I'm okay. I am inputting a vector 3. Let's go back to internet. Oh, wait. Potential smartness? Let's see. Base color. Oh, no. How do I get this out? I was hoping that there was a way I could, like, break this apart. Oh. And then would that be able to plug into this? Yes! I don't know if that's what I need. Technically, that wouldn't allow me to do it like that, because it still needs that texture parameter. But let's, for the sake of testing this, texture object, actually texture object parameter. Text param. I'll give it a better name in just a moment. So we keep this the same. We do this to this. Error on property base color. Okay. Abort. Must be of type float. RIP. As I move to 5.7, I've seen stuff removed that we all just kind of took for granted in 4.27. Man's about to commit art crimes. Yeah. I'm using 4.27 specifically because of the HTML feature and really nothing else. And like there's a whole explanation as to why I really wanted that. But speaking of art crimes, it seems my function definition, or at least the function definition for this, doesn't want me to do that. Move this down here also. I need to close some of these windows. Desaturation. So if I do input texture, oh wait a sec. Ah. My texture is not afloat. Wait. 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 What if I do this? We're just gonna keep... Oh. Convert linear to sRGB. Can I go backwards? Oh wait, I can go backwards, can't I? sRGB... Nope. sRGB to linear. Oh. What? Why? Missing function input. Yeah, I know. Yeah, like, get rid of that. Texture 2D, texture sample, texture object. What do you want from me? Texture... object. It does kind of hurt my soul. Oh, good. Oh, good. How do I get this into a vector 3? Oh wait, what is this even doing? Can I just do this elsewhere? I'm multiplying with a scalar. Can I do that with this? No, that's 8. Multiply. Okay. That might work. But then it doesn't let me change this input type to a texture, does it? It doesn't give me that. It gives me vector 2, vector 3, vector 4. The world align texture node converts texture objects to vector 3. Oh, Raph. Raph, you madman. Soundproof. I was adding layers of abstraction not even needed. Ooh, this is Oh no, that's fine. It's fine. It's because my tiling's messed up, I think. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. So now, did that reset all my? No, surely we're fine. Surely we're not. So if I stretch, what? Okay, it still does this, but hold on. What if I? Oh, that's why, because I gave it an invalid texture type. Ooh. Yikes. Okay. Huh. We went from we're so back to it's so over. Oh, that made it worse. Okay, undo, get rid of that, get rid of that. It was staring me in the face the whole time. It was. Now add parameters in the material to manually change the texture scale position. That's a lot of buttons. That's a lot of stuff to do. Okay. Oh, also, I'm not able to modify my UVs here. With this thing. Unless... Okay, wait. Unless... Yeah. Surely that's not what this is meant to be used for. Okay, let's get rid of that. How can I edit UVs on this? I don't know if it lets me. That requires forethought and more brain cells. Yeah, I think I'm mostly content. If I can truly get this to work, which, I really don't want the rest of the stream tonight to be tinkering with this. Because that seems to me like a lot of heavy lifting. Just to get it to align correctly. Because I would do something like this, I think. Oh no, because it's, took you like a week to figure out these problems? Oof. Okay. If I undo enough and go back to how it was... How long is my undo history? Does it put it back? Like, does it put my other textures back? Okay, it does. That's cool. I want to get that to work. There's no chance that's gonna work before Halloween. I'm very skeptical of that. At least not at my current skill level. It is good to know, though. So I appreciate the help. Shaboom. Oh, let's get the faces. Oh, this is also the wrong one. This is the one. Yep, okay. Oops. Oh, again, I should make a copy. School wall. Small. If you do figure it out, I recommend creating a universal master material and extracting from your project to keep as your own personal asset. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's kind of what I did with my character controller. And then, especially now that it's working, asterisk, in Unreal Engine 4, hopefully future projects I want to do, like for future Halloweens, can go a little bit faster, because a lot of the growing pains to migrate my Unreal Engine 5 work into this took probably like the first 50% of the time I'd spent working on it, just kind of in totality. Okay. Oh no, what's going on here? Oh, that's right. That's right. I have to move this to like its origin point here. And then I can export it. And now I can re-import. Yeah. Oh, that's a little small. What are the size of this one? 1. What happened here? I know I said it's small, but not that small. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, what happened? Did, like, the scaling change? I don't know which of these... Oh, reset to default. Do not create. There we go. It was a weird setting I had for whatever reason. Okay, let's drop this down by like 5. Probably good enough. Is anyone gonna notice if this is off center by just a little bit? You know, it's an old school. There's some quirks in its design. Oh wait, that's pretty blocking that door a lot. Okay, let's fudge some things here. Too much. Ooh, I forgot there were 2 sides. Okay. Easy peasy to fix. I gotta head out. Good night, everyone. Thanks, Raph, for the help. Have a good night. Get some sleep. So this one is the one that goes here. Probably a little bit more to the right. And then you go on the other side. Huh? Did I mess that up? Okay, no, this is definitely like a longer material. Wait, what happened then? Did I click the wrong one and move the wrong one? Must be it. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Okay. We're cooking, we're cooking. Hmm. The issue now, though, is who does this get connected to? This also isn't lined up super well. Better. I guess we'll worry about that in a sec. Okay, 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 okay. This is a default sized one. Rotate this 45. Slap it right there. Actually put it here so we can copy paste a bit better. I also noticed this sticking out not enough for that wall to be seen. And then likewise, we can push this back just a little bit. Looks like we'll have to tweak the scaling on our distance. That it's about flush. Hey, Blue, how you doing? Yeah, I figured we should switch it up from all of the piano that we've been doing. And then this is probably going to be a 2. We'll grab these 45 or these 1/3 pieces. I figure the game will look a lot more complete than it is now if we have like the full environment ready. At least like, you know, I would be happy with like a 75%. It'd be great if I can get there tonight. If not, I'm not going to beat myself up about it. Also, these are floating. Last I checked, I don't think walls do that. I've been known to be wrong though, so I don't know if we have any carpenters in chat. Carpenter gang, rise up. Ooh, that's gonna bug me. Your crimes against construction have been noted. Look, I plead oopsie daisy. Oh, what is this? Surely it's fine. Okay, question. If we just make this bigger... Oh... Can I use this to hide my transgressions? Come on. There we go. Oh! Oh. I was a little too optimistic with this. Oh, I have a cheat code. I have a cheat code. Check it. Come on. Where is it? Where? Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Whack. Rough. Oh, wait, actually. An unlit black material. You won't be able to see the little gaps. Oh, look at that. No one is gonna notice. No one is gonna ask questions. Okay, that's a question I'm okay with them asking, but it's also one that, oh, this looks a little goofy. I kind of wish I could push this back a bit more. But then it doesn't become flush with this wall anymore. Nah, no one's gonna notice. I think I need to reduce the amount of time I spend nitpicking. Because otherwise we're just not gonna get anything done. What I do think might be a handy texture to have is just this piece here. Like a filler. That exists, right? You know, in ye old construction days. When you're... Oh, we have a filler already, don't we? Watch this. Oh, but the tiling isn't going to be seamless. I was going to say I can move the tiling so that it's just this part stretched out enough. But I actually don't think I'm vibing with that idea too much. So another piece we go. Oh, I might be running out of space though. Yikes. No, surely not. These things are tiny. We'll do it. Surely not. Surely not. Surely not. What's the best way to cut this thing? I want to cut this. If I do loop cut and then like... slide it so that I'm on... Stop. Stop. What did I do? What button did I push? Oh no. Okay, we're stuck with this view. At least for now. I pushed one too many buttons. Okay, we're back. Edge. Like Microsoft's Edge. Please, please. Nice, 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 nice. Now we just have to make cuts. Oh, why is it based on the position I was looking at it instead of just... Oh, okay. I'm so glad nothing else is in the way of this model. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, this is all coming together. Okay. Huh? So close. Why did it not make the cut? Okay. Now we do one of these. Take two. Yes! No, wait, what? Not you. Okay. P to separate. And then... export is wall, small, edge. And I immediately noticed I've made a mistake. I would need to center this. Here we go. Ooh, that's a yikes. Okay, so it messed up the, material UV. I was hoping it wouldn't do. No, it shouldn't. Why did it do that? Okay, hold on. Hopefully this fixes it. Let's try it. Hmm. I give up on that. Too much time spent on it. Goodbye. Oh, the doors are like covering up this thing. Yeah, it's not as noticeable as I think it might have been. Okay, let's do this now. This is also probably messed up. Yeah. Alright, let's undo. And then we're just going to re-import this. Cool. Oh, these are floating too. You aren't. Oh, you aren't either. Who began the floating? Oh, okay, you two. Ooh. Could, use a little bit of a touch up there. It's looking cleaner and cleaner. Uh-oh. He's sick again. Why'd you do that? Also, good morning to you, Basti. Hope, besides the illness, that you're doing alright. Stream Alan Wake 2 on Friday. I will not be home Friday. Ooh, this is wrong. I wonder if I can cheat this a little bit and just have them overlap enough so that I don't need like that extra, or like that extra piece will fit in there perfectly. It'll be close. Oh, but those overlapping textures don't look good. Shoot. Alright, fine. Fine. Not too much. I didn't really do too much yesterday. I'm usually home later on Tuesdays. I've got like extra stuff to do that day. So I didn't do much game development either. I mentioned it at like the top of the stream, but perfect. What I wanted to focus on today was there's still part of the piano left, and I don't know if I just hit the algorithm really well on Monday, or if people like the piano development more than they like me building walls. Maybe just because the piano looks cooler, like as it's being worked on. Hold on, let's test this theory. Look at the spinny piano. Hold on, we need the full experience. We need to mute Lo-Fi Girl and then just have that on screen for a bit. Hey, Hoden. Let the melody take you away. It's like the jingling keys meme. Like if you want to keep people entertained and keep their attention, you just have to like keep something moving in front of their eyes at all times. It works too. That's what we do with babies, right? The little spinny thing you put above the baby's crib. It's honestly putting you to sleep. when this series becomes a multi-billion-dollar, quadrillion-dollar series, that's going to be the first piece of merchandise I sell. Not just the music box, the whole piano. You gotta buy the whole piano, and the music box just comes built into it. Even then, I'm gonna overpromise and underdeliver. You're welcome. So what are we doing today? I'm trying to build out the levels. Like, finish the actual interior design, or at least get a good amount of it done. That way, like, as I show it off to people, and as we get closer to the deadline, the game looks like it's more complete. And not that I'm trying to be like, oh, look, guys, it's done. But just kind of, I think it'll give it a more accurate sense of how far along it is if all of the levels are done, and it's more so just the fine-tuning of puzzles and such that's left to do. Why did I start making games? I wanted to be a game developer very early on, like in middle school, high school type vibe. Then I kind of, you know, came to like the somewhat depressing realization, like, oh, making games is a lot of work. You need to know a lot about how to do it. That's just not going to happen. And then I kind of kept that mindset up until, oddly enough, college. I started off in a different major, didn't like it. Someone recommended computer science to me because you don't have to take Calculus 3. And I was like, sign me up. So I took a couple of computer science classes. I liked it. And then eventually I found out you could make games with the knowledge you get from doing computer science work. And so then it just kind of ballooned from there. I mean, I've always loved games and making, or not making them, but I've always loved playing them. And I would also get to a point where, like, I see so many releases and I see so many things just, like, celebrating games and the industry and the people who make them and the stories they tell, whether that's, like, Jeff Keighley's Game Awards or just, like, people talking about a game after its release that was really good. And I was like, well, it'd be really cool to be a part of that. More so than I was by just playing them. And so that's kind of one of the reasons why I've always said I don't really care if the channel blows up. In fact, I think I'd prefer it not to. I would like it to stay small. But more so than anything, I would like the things I create to be well known, to be loved and enjoyed. Will I ever get there one day? Hard to say. I mean, I continuously get better at what I do, I think. I would say that's fair enough to say at this point. But I'm not gonna say like, oh, it's a fact that this is gonna happen, because you can never really guarantee anything. The music box is so burned in my brain that I'm coughing in. You're coughing this song. That unnamed someone who recommended computer science is the reason we're here, and Rotted will exist someday. I really hope the channel doesn't blow up. It's cool, and I hope it doesn't explode. I don't think it will. If anything, there might kind of be some spikes of popularity, like when games release, especially if people like the games. But I think the truth of the matter is, not a lot of people, you know, care about how the thing is made. Some of them might drop by every so often to check it out and, you know, see what it's about, ask some questions, FAQ and whatnot. But the folks who stick around are going to be the ones that like game design and like game development and want to partake in it or learn more about it. And the amount of people that fit that category, I would say are a lot smaller than the amount of people who just like watching games or playing them. Because I'm certainly not as entertaining as some of the, you know, the bigger streamers out there that like Queso is a good example. Like people who can just sit down and no matter what hand they're given, they can just play it and make it funny as hell. Whether it's an awful game like Ban or something amazing like, you know, Silent Hill 2 or Alan Wake 2. And I'm fine with what I'm capable of doing. Makes me happy. I enjoy it. And I think that's kind of, you know, what having a hobby is about. I always encourage people to get into game design because there's a bunch of things that I think is, you know, there to like about it. But more so than anything, I think people just need to, or should, find a hobby that, like something that's creative, something that's fun, something that's easy to, you know, tell that you're consistently getting better at it. Because eventually you'll get to a point where if you don't have something like that, your days are gonna, you know, this is where I was, your days are just gonna kind of feel like they're repeating over and over again. Hold on a sec. I think my Google's talking to itself. Hold on. I heard like a voice in the background. Started listening. What? Who? But anyway, as I was saying, it's fun to make things, and I'll always encourage people that even show the slightest of interest in doing it to do it. And I'll try to help them where I can, even if I'm not the best at it myself. Your Ban stream was amazing, and I don't know what you mean. It's like watching the Alan Wake drowning video with your descent into madness while playing Ban. Ban was an experience. I've heard they're actually like pretty good. I've seen some people play like the more recent ones, and it's just like, you know, their models don't have any bump mapping on them, and so it's like 1,000 polygons for like a bouncy beach ball. And if anyone's on Twitch, by the way, and you're wondering, where are these chat messages coming from? I dual stream on YouTube. That's where the VODs get stored permanently. So, obviously, stick with whatever platform you're more comfortable with. It doesn't benefit me one way or the other. Why do you spoil yourself when eventually going... No. I refuse. Drawing a line in the sand. Ban can stay in the Shadow Realm. I'm like partially worried about the clipping here, but not enough to really do anything about it. Oh man, the lack of lighting is gonna kill me here. Hold on. We'll just grab some for the sake of testing this out. I feel like if I populate the walls with other, like, decorations and stuff, it's just not all that noticeable. It is, as Hoden said, it is a free browser game. I don't think we're going to get too many critiques on it. And even if we do, it's just stuff that we can improve on in the future. Those blank walls are killing you. Yeah, I replaced it with a... oh, you mean like just this blank wall, or just like the black void? I need to come up with more because like, I don't think I can just copy paste this over and over again. I need to come up with more stuff. Like bigger posters or like art or I don't know. Even potentially like removing these classrooms, that could be something. Removing these classrooms and then having just windows be here? What do you think about that? Pretty good idea. All right, let's see how quick we can cook that. Gonna undo this a little bit. Yeah, what would be in an American school wall? We'd looked up some photos. Oh, it's not on this page here. Like, here is one of them that we looked at. Just like signs and posters and stuff, I think. I think the windows would be a good touch, though. I was thinking that it is kind of weird how the school doesn't have any in the hallway. Okay, we can go ahead and clean that up, too. Trophy cabinet could be fun. I think that would make sense back here. Because locker room, swimming pool, gym, library, cafeteria. I'm going to have to just block off some of these to where it's like on the map it says that like this is the library, but you can't actually enter it. Just for the sake of time, maybe post-Halloween I can add it. I do... okay. I am kind of tempted to have this be where the piano room is. Just because I think it leading into it from like this long hallway here is cooler than just like this shorter hallway. Let me sit and think on this for a minute or so. It's hard to tell since we don't have any actual good lighting here as a reference. But yeah, I think that's what I want to do. But it would only be on this side. I think we only need the one. Just be a weird asymmetrical shaped school. This staircase I don't think is going to exist anymore. How often will you be going in and out of the piano room? Because it's pretty easy to spot. Because putting it in an easy spot will change the difficulty. Okay, well, to answer the question as to why I want the long hallway next to the piano room is a spoiler for something. Are you fine with me sharing that? Because I've, like I said, I've been trying to intentionally keep some things vague so we can get some feedback. Raph has left already. So he'll still be, like, it'll still be fresh to his eyes. No, don't just cook. Okay. Cook I shall. I want to block off this room, I think. This is where the stairs were going to go. Well, actually, we could still use that. I can just have the stairs blocked off. I was like, well, then I have to design the stairs. What if I just put an elevator? I'm like, wait, I don't know how many American schools have an elevator. Maybe for ADA compliance, actually. One of my favorite parts of any of your games is the surprise that you voice acted in that first Pirates Software game. Oh yeah, man, that one was rough. I still like it. It's still up on the the itch.io page. But oh boy, that was fun. I remember being up like literally all night the night it was due. I got like 45 minutes of sleep that day. No offense, it was kind of crappy. I still loved it, but it was kind of crappy. No, it was. I agree with you there. And part of the reason why I've kept it up is because I think, at least since then, I'd like to hope that I've gotten better. Like Marble Core Rush was like the second, actual project that I'd worked on since then that has come out. And I think that was better overall. I was in a team, though, to be fair. There were a handful of things that were different. It was a different type of game. But how do you explain to people who asked why you stayed up so late? I just didn't tell them. I locked the fuck in until I got home. So let me explain this. I don't know if I ever described this on stream. I got home, and I usually get home like an hour before stream starts, right? I'm usually home at like 5 o'clock. I got home, and I was like, okay, I'm kind of tired. By kind of, I mean I was like, it was a disaster. I was awfully unwell. Let me just like, just kind of lie on my back for a sec. Next thing I know, my alarm goes off, and it's 5 a.m., which is when I wake up to go to work. I was like, huh. When did that happen? Yeah, I got 12 hours of sleep that night. It felt awesome. Hey, Blue, how you doing? Why can I not get a full square on this? Why not? I want to know. Alright, I'm just gonna cheat. Stop! Stop! I have snapping on. Oh, I have it snapping on increment. Oh, that's what I wanted. There we go. Oh, I see. So I messed up from the jump. This was correctly meant to end. Wait, no. I lied. It ends here. And then from this, we've got pretty much our normal grids again. How much space is here? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. And then I did this thing where it's like I add a little bit of a buffer for the wall. I'll do my own research then. You weren't here, this is a few months ago, but Llama made a game for a game jam and he voiced a little bit of dialogue in the end. He is not the greatest voice actor. What? 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 I beg. Rather, I demand your pardon. Hey, Amskinder. Can you show me gameplay? Sure. Not a lot right now. Right now, a lot of the back end is done, and I'm building the hallways and stuff so that there's a bit more to actually show folks who come in for the first time. But one of the parts of it is there's like this CCTV type section where you can see yourself through security cameras. Right now, the character model doesn't exist. What we had done last time was work on this piano puzzle. And it's still a work in progress. You can see some of those material textures are missing. But then we have all this. The lighting is also needs a little bit of tweaking. And then I messed that up. So I'm a little bit behind where I'd liked to have been. But all in all, it's going to be a short game, like 10 to 15 minutes long. It's going to be free. It's going to be playable in browser. If anyone here is new and you don't know what I'm talking about, with Unreal Engine 4.27, you can create and compile your game so that it loads directly onto itch.io's website, which means that people who want to check it out and play it don't have to download it. They don't have to pay for it. They don't have to, make a Steam account. They can just pull it up and run it and check it out directly from itch.io. And currently it's under this material test link. Why is this not doing anything? Oh, did I crash? Ooh. Alright, we'll just close that. We don't need to worry about that. But yeah, that's the game I've been working on. Again, the goal is to have it ready by Halloween. If that comes to pass or not, we'll wait and see. I think I want to delete these. And then just extend this out for now. The reason I'm doing that is so that I can use it to generate the walls after the fact. And I'll show you what I mean here in just a sec. We'll have the piano room be kind of big. The piano is still going to be here in this corner, but there's going to be some other instruments here. for players to tinker around with. I'm wondering if that's too big. Actually, no, that's probably fine. Because it's a little bit bigger than the classroom, which is kind of what I wanted. And then plus, we need to make the walls for it. So to do that, we're going to do this. Take the rest of this. And... oh boy. Well, this we can actually just extrude, I think. I'm in a very awkward camera angle here, making this much harder than it needs to be. There we go. And we dissolve these edges, and then what we can do... 0.25. And then we just kind of manually clean this up. So I think what we'll do here is we'll dissolve this edge. Which kind of messes this up. So instead, let's dissolve this vertice. Let's make this a thing. And then dissolve this edge. Not what I wanted. You know what? That edge can stay there, I guess. Cool. Oh, stop. No! There we go. There we go. making the walls is kind of awkward when it's like all of these loose edges around it, at least with the way that I've been so used to doing it, and I know that there's probably a better way, but this is just kind of how I've grown to do it. And again, because I'm kind of like on that that self-imposed time constraint, I'm a little bit less incentivized to figure it out. Let's delete this face. And then we're gonna make a couple new ones here. In fact, it's called a rotted prequel. Prologue. But I'm not sure Googling it will be that useful. If you go to the link I sent, and you go to my profile, you'll find it. I have a question. What would you say is your least favorite stream you've done? Oh, that's a good question. I'd have to... Let me quickly see what streams have I done. The Alan Wake streams are up there. Alan Wake 2 specifically. I would say the rest of the gameplay streams, I've never really been super interested in doing. Like, my interest in them kind of waned over time. It was a lot of fun during last Halloween, because it was kind of new to me. But as it kind of got, as I kept doing it weekly, I think I just got burnt out on doing it. Especially because there's like... If it was a game I really wanted to play, it's like, well, I can't, I can only play it for, 1 or 2 days a week on stream. Oh, Silent Hill this year, #1 was really good, though. That was just because that was a good game. I'd say another, like, a bad stream is when, it is a dev stream, but like there's no meaningful progress being made on stream. And so it's just kind of a lot of nothing happening because I'm stuck with something, or like it's just a process to get something to work and it's tedious. And I just feel like generally people don't care for that all too much. Google would have given me results, but Wi-Fi's crap. If only Lon was conscious. He probably has the link. Yeah, it's on the, it's on my profile. It's in the link I sent for the material test. You got free food from the cafe? What? What kind of food? What kind of food? That's an important question. I was off sick yesterday. Let's see. Colony survival. Sick brain Bassi is probably getting worse designing. No. That's when you come up with the most goated designs. Is when you're like sick and full of delirium. I'm making so many decisions here that like if this was Return, I would be like, no, I can't do this. This is like awful. But now I'm like, I need this done. I don't have time to be nitpicky. We're having overlapping vertices as a treat. You're welcome. I've learned my mistake. I will say I am excited to do this again next year. Plan it out a little bit better, hopefully. Hopefully. It'll be in the Discord in like 2 months, probably. Oh, you're a colony survival thing, yeah. 2 croissant sandwiches and a small mocha drink for your troubles. Mochas are already a drink. How do I clean this up in a way that's sane? Never had any I've never had a mocha. Is it any good? While I was in Japan, the Hodai Zelda had bottomless mocha muffins. Mocha is essentially... Okay. Mocha is just hot chocolate. Like 50% hot chocolate and 50% coffee. It is, in my opinion, goated, as the kids say. My humble opinion. That is always correct when it comes to coffee. Take this from me, the man who discovered the Monster green tea. That's a throwback. Shout out to 2023 me. I think that was 2023 I did that. Oh, it was it was something, all right. I've made many a questionable decision in my life when it comes to food. Don't we all? Honestly, that's how good foods are made. They're made with questionable decisions in mind. Like, think about toast. Imagine someone baked bread, and he's like, I'm gonna bake this again. Like, come on. Wall factory, beam builder, rock generator, and teapot. No. Do you have a wall? Or a window? Arc mesh. You have a rail window, which might be close enough. What do roller curtains look like? This is... Oh. I was gonna say, this is just a cylinder. This works, though. I can use this. Not right now, though. We'll cover up some of the windows with it. Maybe some of the other ones with boards. I do think the panel window is probably going to work for what I want, though. Let's see, Shift S. Cursor to selected. Mesh. No. Add mesh, arc mesh, rail window? Not the rail window. That might be like a classroom window. Maybe it's the panel window. No, that's not it either. Like, if I did this... Hold on. What is this window object? Why can I not... There we go. I did kind of mess that up with all the other times that I twisted it though. That could make for a good, like, I don't know, jump scare. Like a bolt of lightning and there's a figure standing in front of the window as you're walking down the hallway. Okay, wait. You're telling me copy paste don't work? Oh my god, copy paste doesn't work like that. Select hierarchy key. That was just really scary. I know, just the thought of it. You know how people are like, you know how horror books exist? Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Is that gonna be enough? Like, what's a good distance for the windows? I never understood how people got, like, spooked to books. I did it again. Like, how do you do a scary book? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not like gonna sit here and be like, oh, it's impossible. By the way, I haven't ever read an example of like a spooky book, you know. Goosebumps were just fun. They were creepy. I don't know if I'd call them scary. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, two, three, four, 5. How do we feel about that? How do we feel about these through the windows? We can maybe add some boards to them. Also, the scaling feels a little bit off here. Like, we're very clearly much larger here than we are in the school. Or in the engine. Control D. No, it's something with the hierarchy. It's like all kinds of scuffed. Because I control D on this. It looks like it's also Shift D. But even then, you can see on the right here that it only copies the group and not the actual window. Like the folder. I do want to... Let's see. I want to cut the holes out of these. So we're going to get a Boolean to do that. And actually, can I do a Boolean against this, I wonder? And cut it out that way? Let's find out. I'm going to apply a Boolean modifier to our school here. Go to Edit, Generate, Boolean. It's going to ask for the second object. That might have done it. So if we apply, and let's say that we hide this. Okay, yeah, that looks like it did cut a hole in it. The issue, though, is that we need to get it to hit the other side also, which this window isn't doing. So let's go back, let's unapply this, and let's just change all of these Windows groups and make them just a little bit poking out a bit more. Until they are going across both. It is kind of weird how it's like one-sided. Like exclusively one-sided. I think it would be a bit, you know, not like that. Only time I've ever been scared at a book, there's this book series called Unwind or something about a future where organ transplants are so advanced that you can transplant anything. There's a part in the first book that graphically described a person having all their organs, limbs, and blood removed while they're conscious. Oh. Yeah, I don't like that. Just speaking from personal experience, it sounds like it's not comfy. Okay, that works. Look at that. We have a window. I don't know what this thing is. I could probably get rid of it, to be honest. Because it doesn't look like it's doing anything. And I think the rest of it looks fine without it. Okay, let's apply and let's just repeat this action a few times. I have a feeling there's like a hotkey to repeat action. I just don't know what it is. And since I only have to do this like what 4 more times, it's fine. It definitely didn't get as far as I was hoping to today, but let that be a lesson, I guess. To not trust me when it comes to like my timetables. I don't know if we're gonna wrap up quite yet. I was debating it. Generate. If we're done here, done here, is there any chance you would play that open house game? No. If I were to wrap up, I would just end rather than keep going to do something else. It's not that I'm tired doing this. Like I could keep going doing this. It's just that I'm tired. Period. Let me see. Let me check something real quick. Okay. Keep going. We'll keep going. We'll keep going. We're going. I don't know what this is. It's part of the window group. It's part of the windowsill? Oh, it's because that's the bottom of the window technically. I mean, we can get rid of that. I forgot that I rotated it. These are missing a texture, I'm gonna guess. Yeah, looks like it. Okay, sick. These are also all individual objects. I could probably like merge them all into one. I just don't know if I want to do that. Especially since it looks like... Oh, wait, no, that's part of it too. I still don't know how to do... I know how to do glass, but I don't know how to do it with Substance Painter. So what my thought process would be is like separate this out. Oh, come on. I love these camera views. Like separate this out, make it its own material, and then apply the glass material to this. Oh, it's also one-sided, which is kind of interesting. I guess that's fine. Are you a fan of Undertale? I thought it was cool when it came out, but I never really followed the game anywhere beyond that. So I think it was a good game. I don't think I would say I'm a fan of it. Okay, how do I want to do this? I think it's gonna be like this. This is usually like one of the things where like I'll sit on it and think for a minute. But don't quite have that luxury. Why can it not let me make a new material here? On everything else it lets me do it, doesn't it? Wait, did they change how this works? How do you make an... No, go away. No, go away. What is a world? Oh, that's not the material. This is. They just happen to look the same. Good night, OMS. Thanks for dropping by. Window. Glass. Oh, I already have a glass one. Ooh, didn't like that I clicked that. Yeah, OMS has been here. He was here since the top of the stream. Since we started. I can just do this. I don't know why I try to do this the long way. Nice, we're cooking. I think I'll just merge these with the rest of the school and then re-import and really just hope that it re-imports correctly. There's like a 10% chance it'll correctly re-import, which honestly could be worse. So I'll take those chances. Or let me say it like this. There's a 10% chance it imports the way I wanted it to. Whoops. What? Assign. There it goes. I'm so glad glass is a different color here. I would have gotten this wrong already like 10 times. Oh man, that's only 2 of them? Oof. Oh really? I didn't know it was free. The old one or the new one? Old one is black and white. Oh, stop. What's going on? The old one? Oh, really? Oh yeah, it is a very good show. There's this YouTube channel that I really like. Where like he kind of reviews them and he ranks them. Hold on.
He really.
He doesn't just do Twilight Zone. He does a bunch of different ones. But Poltergypts. It's like a play on Poltergeist. And so he talks about like obviously there's spoiler episodes type thing. But if you don't have Amazon Prime or you don't have a way of watching the show, or you just want to like, you know, kind of watch it and hear someone talk about it, I think it's a fun series that he does. So I'll send that link to both Twitch and YouTube. Seems like a cool dude. Don't know anything about him besides obviously the Twilight Zone episodes I've watched. Some of them are better than the others, and then some of the twists are pretty predictable in some of them, but overall, I think the series is just a lot of fun, and you can tell where, like, there's, like, a lot of modern-day thriller that takes a lot of inspiration out of it, and I think that's a good thing. But yeah, like you're saying, Night Springs. Talking about Remedy, I've been playing Quantum Break, and it's a bit funny they don't own the right to the character, so Mr. Hatch in QB is Mr. Door. The MC who has time powers is Tim E. Breaker. They don't have rights to their own characters, or is it like... not like that? Like someone else owns them, I'm guessing. Is it making extra, like, empty fake materials each time I do this? It kind of seems like that's what it's doing. Glass. I have 3 left. This is a lot. It's just like, these are such weird objects. Oh, it is, because I'm hitting the plus. I see, I see. Whoops. Lesson learned. No, same reason Alex Casey isn't in Max Payne. Remedy sold the rights to Rockstar a while back. What? Kinda crazy, but I mean, if you know that you're not gonna continue to work on a game series, you mean, you may as well if someone else wants to buy it from you. I kind of wish Konami would sell Silent Hill. They finally started to like piecemeal it out and give it to other developers, which is really what I'd been wanting for a long time. I still just think giving it to Capcom would be such a goated idea. They seem to know, at least right now, Capcom seems to know what they're doing when it comes to a lot of their horror games, particularly and almost exclusively Resident Evil. But still, not that they haven't had misses. They definitely have, even like somewhat recently. But I think people like really love 8. They think that the remakes are quirky, even if they're not the best. Looking at you three, but I don't know. I'm just happy Silent Hill's back for now. We've pretty much gone through all of the Silent Hills that have been announced, though. So it makes me wonder, like, what are they gonna do now? You told me, yeah, but at the same time, information quite often goes in one ear and out the other. It really depends on what it is, because there are, like, some niche details I'll remember till the end of time. But then some things, it's just like, oh, what? That's insane. Why has no one told me this before? And then it's like, oh, no, we told you. What did you put in Discord? Let me see. Oh, yeah. I saw this right as I was starting stream to send the announcement out. I'm just gonna say it. If Joel was a better dad, he would have done the same. L. Joel. He just didn't try hard enough, you know? Okay, this is the part where I make a questionable decision. And I merge these together. Ooh, questionable decisions have begun. What is going on here? What happened to my window? What are you doing under there? How scientifically did they divide a baby into 4 yellow jars? Osmosis. It's a powerful tool they've got these days. It's kind of crazy, actually. What? Yeah. It's like, what is it? Osmosis is like the powerhouse of the cell. Something like that. What is going on? Why, when I click the one, it deletes all? Huh? Okay, fine. Where is my arrow key? Where's my arrow key? What is going on? Have I never been able to? No, I did. How did I do this otherwise? Oh, that's what osmosis is. That's crazy. Alright, I give up. Osmosis Jones? Good movie. Why? Never watched it? Oh, you're missing out. What is going on with these? Alright, let's unmerge these. Oh, that's why. Okay, sick. What's this model called? Oh, it's just called School. Oh, I can go ahead and close this. I don't need it. Okay. Before I do anything else, I'm gonna make a checkpoint in GitLab. GitHub, I mean. Um... Let's see. Piano and bed. Uh-oh. Did I write too much? Go away. Thinking about it. How we all doing? Having a good night. Hopefully. Oh man. I can tell I'm getting tired. I can hardly speak. Yay, okay. Check this. Re-import. Reset to FBX. It did it. Oh, why? Why? Honestly, I don't even really need... I just spent all of that time. I just kind of realized I don't need this. Like, it's nice having that framework, sure, but I could have just done all of that without it. Like, now that I'm seeing that this is just kind of a standalone thing, like, I just give it a floor of its own. I think that's probably how the level should have been made to begin with. Instead of whatever the heck that was. So here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna save all of it. And then I'm gonna change my mind on the school asset. That's right. Make a good point, though. I should get some sleep, and that's what I'm gonna do. If any of you guys want to drop back again and watch the next stream when it comes, I recommend you just follow the channel or subscribe if you are on YouTube. And then that way, if you're looking for something to watch, and I'm happen to be live, it might get recommended to you. No stream this coming Friday. I'm gonna wait till the end of the week to post the schedule, because if I post next week's schedule, it is gonna show a Friday stream, but it might not be super clear that that's next Friday. So over the weekend, I'll have Daisy post the next one. I also need to have her know that it's not offline and tell her that it's a game day. But that's about it for me. I'll see you all on Monday at 7 p.m. Pacific, so we can do more game development stuff. I don't know how much further ahead I'll be, because I won't have too much time this weekend. I'm going to try to knock out as much as I can tomorrow. I think I'm slowly starting to get to the point where it's a lot of just polishing and just finishing the puzzles that are in there, and then tying it all together. Because the bed puzzle needs a little bit of tweaking, and I need to make sure that the item pickup puzzles work, because I haven't tested those yet. Okay, have a good night. I will see you on Monday. So have a good weekend. Until then. That was the wrong button. That's also the wrong button. I don't have a goodbye screen. So the ghost will have to do. Okay, good night.